the timer?
Yes, I am the timer.
Okay, fine. So Arish, you need to wake up. We will start. We are a few people, so you have to participate. And I can't share the screen.
Now, please, as the surgeon at arms, start the meeting.
Oh, I forgot completely. Okay, fine. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
You're still fasting?
Arish!
All this, don't worry. Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Trainers Toastmasters Club. This is Fatma Abdullah, the Surgeon at Arms, and our mission for this club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Welcome all, and I hand over the control to the President, DTM Wafa.
Thank you, Surgeon at Arms, and good evening, fellow trainers, and welcome in our meeting number 15, which is till now we've done 15 meetings since we started this club as a trainers club. Of now we have our area director logging in, and I'm so happy that she's joining our meeting and having that added value to us. Welcome, area director.
Thank you, President Toastmaster of DTM Wafa.
Good to have you. Okay, so as you know, we are in the Trainers Club trying to practice the best practices of training. And the more we practice, the better trainers we are. We will not reach the perfect whatsoever. Always we are there to train ourselves, practice, and we will be better day by day. Today, we have one trainer, as the other trainer is not feeling well. DTM Hazem is not feeling well today. So we have one training session, and in this training session, I want you to participate, as without participation, we are not gonna get anything. And trainers, it's our practice to wear the hat of the trainee. So now, yes, we are trainers, but when we have a trainer, we will be the trainee. We have guests in this club. First of all, our area director, Frazella. Hello.
Hello. Oh, good evening once again, and Ramadan Kareem to all. And it's wonderful being here once again. I saw the posters that were put out, and I said I'd like to go and attend this meeting, especially event planning, because I did an event and I wanted to see where I could improve upon. So that's the reason, but I see that that will not happen anyway. I will be here for the other, for the meeting.
We'll make sure that next month it will be there, and we will invite you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there, Area Director Frazella. Arvind, it's nice to have you.
Hello, DTM Wafa. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. All amazing people are here. I'm so lucky to join today. And I'm expecting, Fatma and DTM Fatma, and even Hazem. I think Hazem missed out this session, but I'm looking forward to learn something from DTM Fatma. As I said, my hat is as a trainee now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Arvind. And now we have a great guest. I'm so happy that he's here, and I was surprised. DTM Prabhakar. Unmute yourself.
Good evening. Good evening to all. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Toastmasters and DTMs. Okay, I'm a member of Toastmaster Friends official WhatsApp group. So I was going through the messages. Suddenly I saw this Trainers Club meeting details. Then I remember, oh God, I participated in the trainer program, but we never practiced. So in fact, I'm glad to see some of my colleagues like Kajitan, Dr. Makloof, and as well as Salman. So I'm very happy to see them. So I thought that it's my opportunity to participate in this club and see the proceedings and enjoy myself, and also possibly join the club. Okay, thank you to thank you to the team.
Good to have you, Prabhakar, and it's nice that I saw Prabhakar that he's here, and he said that since he took the training class with me at Hussein College of Kuwait, he did not train at all. So you are now in the right place to review some of the skills, and then you will dive with us.
Thank you.
Good evening, Christy. Good evening, Dr. Makhlouf, Arish, and definitely our trainer for the day and our VP Education. Now, as a trainer, trainer of the day today, I will introduce the trainer. We have one training session. Unfortunately for today, our second trainer is not feeling well. So we have one training session, and our trainer for today is DTM Fatma. She's a teacher by profession, and she's a trainer by passion. She likes the challenge that we took in when we went onto online, and she's a great leader, and I have witnessed her with different positions, and now today she will be our trainer of the day. Our timer is DTM Kajitan. DTM Kajitan, can you tell us the training session, which is, I think, 50?
40, you told me.
40 or 50?
Yes. As a timer, I will time, as you can see, the timings I have set for your session is actually 35, 40, and 45 minutes. At 35, you'll see the green. At 40, you'll see the yellow. And at 45, you'll see the red. Since you had indicated that your session is 40 minutes, you could use the extra 5 minutes for any Q&A session.
Okay. And I'm the Zoom master. If when you want the breakout room, I will create them based on your requirement. And now let's welcome our trainer, DTM Fatma Abdallah.
Thank you, DTM Wafa, and thank you all our dear audience for today. And here we are. Adaptability in workplaces. And we are all here in Kuwait, coming from different places, coming from different backgrounds, living in one country, in one place. We are creating that diversity. To know more about that, I will introduce myself first. As DTM Wafa said, I'm a teacher by profession for more than 15 years. I'm also expert in dealing with students of learning difficulties, having CELTA. I'm a certified trainer, and also having some certificates, especially lately I got one in supporting children having difficulties in writing and reading. The agenda of today is, we'll start with an icebreaker. We will have a small introduction, define culture, go to know more about multiculturalism in workplaces, know the importance of it, ways to adapt, then we will conclude. And here we are, our icebreaker. Now I want you to use the whiteboard. In the whiteboard, I want each one of you to write the answer of this question. What was your childhood dream? What was your childhood dream? I stop sharing this, and we will see the whiteboard. So you can now go ahead and let's see your dreams.
We can't seem to write.
I cannot write.
Why you can't write? I think everything is okay.
I have a feeling that our main settings don't allow for participants to write on the whiteboard.
Okay, instead of the whiteboard, since, okay, for you don't want
we can put in the
to waste
chat.
time. Yes, in the chat box, let's move to the chat box, and there, let's see your dreams. To be in the Navy, flight attendant, be engineer, singing. Okay. A pilot. So Wafa is the pilot, with Najwa is the flight attendant. That's super. Your father is the owner of the plane then, the airlines. Are we going to have more? Okay, now I'm going to pick some, and since we are small number, I'm going to choose them all. I will ask to own a car. Kajitan, since you were the first here, I can try. You were the first, yes. Kajitan, tell me, how does the dream of the childhood fit in your current time now? Did you achieve it? Did you reach something similar?
Yes, of course, I reached more than that. But when I was a child, we were very poor. We came from a very poor family. And the only people who I saw owning car at that time was in a whole village, just one person, and he was a doctor. Okay. And I thought to myself, that must be something, the pinnacle of achievement. For me, owning a car was something impossible to do. But of course, we got educated, we got opportunities, and then that was no longer something that we had to worry about, because we can buy a car with a few months of salary now, right?
True.
But at that time, that was my dream.
Yes, thank you very much. I will move to Priscilla. Sorry, it was not Najwa, it was Priscilla, flight attendant. Priscilla, how close you are now to your childhood dream?
Nowhere close to my childhood dream. I thought that at some point when I would be in my teens, or when I would make this decision on to what I would like to be, at that point I would get that opportunity and I would be a flight attendant. But that too didn't work, and I had to just put it under the carpet, forget about it. And till date it hasn't, and I don't think it will ever. Now nobody will want to hire me as flight attendant. Close to 50.
So thank you very much. For you, Christy, you said that you want to be a doctor. How, it's not necessary to be that you have really to achieve it, but how close you are from whatever you had in your mind about your childhood dream. So Christy, can you tell us a little bit?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. This was my childhood dream. Then when I progressed in my education, I want to be a chartered accountant. Both I couldn't accomplish actually, but I repent. I did not took my chartered accountant certificate, but I'm happy that I achieved more than a chartered accountant. I went to business side MBA, accounting MBA. Then I accomplished more than what I could dream of at that time, you know. So I'm honestly, I'm a happy man now with where I am, but I want to achieve a bit more. I would like to be a CEO of a company, something like that. That is a dream still remaining in my bucket list, actually. So my childhood dream I couldn't accomplish, but I'm happy.
That's super. This is the most important thing. And I will end up with Najwa, since you have the strangest dream. So you can go ahead with that.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This was really, when I was in the childhood, I used to think of that. I'm so close now for that dream. Once I get married, I felt that the dream comes true. you know that you feel that you are in the special forces. You are in the war, and when you get very, very upset, you can go to the sea directly. You can look at it and come back home. So I'm very close to that dream. I think I'm living it, you know, without achieving the goal, but I'm living it. Thank you. Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you for all your participation.
you.
And now let's move to the story time. So when I started working years back, I had a colleague from Tunisia, and that was the first time I ever met someone from Tunisia. So that lady was my colleague in the department, and over the weeks we get to know each other, and we started working on the same tasks. So one time she helped me in a big one, and I was so grateful for her that I said, "Be blessed with health and wealth," which is in Arabic similar to "يعطيك العافية." And that was a turning point. Her facial expressions completely changed, and she went on fire, not on anger. Then she disappeared. And I was in a shock. The next day came, and I decided to go and ask her directly why you were upset. I was lucky that she was also searching for me to apologize, actually, and saying that her behavior was not nice towards me. She got my words in a complete opposite different ways, because in her accent, this means that like go to hell. So being from my own culture and the culture here in the Middle East, we say this expression to show grateful, to be grateful. But in the other side of the Arab world, and we are still in the Arab world, they understood that in a complete different ways. But when she asked her friends and colleagues, they explained to her, and she felt that she had done a big mistake. She came and apologized. And that was the first cultural shock that I really faced at my workplace. Though personally, I am from a multicultural background. I have my parents are from different countries. My family has a lot of countries, but still within the family, you don't feel that you are really in a confused situation. We try to make it easy for everyone. But once I stepped out, I started to have that. And that was my first one. Keep this story in mind, because we will go back to it later. So in the chat box again, I want you to, with one word, to tell me what is culture for you. From your own culture, what does culture represent? Just only one word. Values, beliefs and customs. Values again, yes. Belonging, our roots, the heritage of a country or society, that's true. Identification, cultures, our traditions, that's true. So as all what you have, way of life could be as also culture. So our own culture, my own culture, could be the tradition, the beliefs, the values, as you said, the customs, the way I dress, the food I eat, the art that I practice. All of these are are parts of my own culture. But when we have many cultures and many beliefs, customs, traditions, different and variety of them, then we have multiculturalism. But today we are not going to focus on multiculturalism in general. I'm going to take that to the workplace. When I have it in a workplace, when I have it in a school, in an organization, in a bank, in a company, wherever it is, it means that it's a large system that has people from different backgrounds. And this system is encouraging everyone to contribute, to bring the benefits of that, and encouraging everyone to participate and be part of the success of that organization. It's not an easy job. I don't think that a country like Kuwait has succeeded in doing that in the previous year or in the early when they started having people from different countries. But over and over the years, I think yes, now we are in a way or on a level that we say that we are accepting each other and dealing with each other in a respectful way in one organization. At least we are benefiting and encouraging each other in this organization. So I want you to watch this video, because this video is not talking about only multiculturalism. This concept or this term has many synonyms. We can hear the word diversity, we can hear the word inclusion. And if you hear news from Canada, inclusion is the big expression, the big concept that they are following. They are looking for that, they are supporting it, supporting the groups, the backgrounds, people. They are celebrating every single occasion of any group in the Canadian society. Inclusion is something really big that we need to look at and to learn how to live it. So let's watch this video talking about multiculturalism and diversity in workplaces. Then we'll go to our next question. But I want you just to confirm if you can hear it well.
The world is evolving rapidly, yet
We
we're
can
not
hear.
inclusion at the same pace.
We're all different, and our differences can generate various points of view and contribute to creativity and innovation.
That's why at DuPont, we believe in embracing diverse talent, valuing each member of our team, and providing inclusive leadership. We can utilize our differences to better achieve our goals and objectives. We've made a lot of progress, yet we strive to go even further.
There are still people working in environments where they feel as though they don't belong. We cannot all contribute ideas if women only hold 20% of seats in the boardrooms of top companies globally. Unconscious bias in the workplace is just that, unconscious. It occurs before we realize and negatively shapes our assessments of people, especially when it comes to decisions such as hiring, promoting and developing talent.
Research shows that diverse, inclusive teams are not only more innovative, they're also more engaged and creative. 35% of diverse teams outperform less diverse teams, while diverse companies are 70% more likely to capture new markets. Due to its subtlety, unconscious bias leads to unintentional exclusion. But you have the ability to influence change right now.
Open yourself up to new ways of doing things, to lead inclusively, and, for example,
Mentor someone who's different from you.
give an assignment to someone other than your normal go-to person.
When promoting, think about who's made contributions that you've overlooked.
Ask the shy or introverted employee for input during a meeting.
Get to know someone different from you by asking them to lunch.
Speak up when you hear an inappropriate or disrespectful comment said in your presence.
Don't assume the answer. Ask questions to understand points of view that are different than yours.
Monitor yourself and observe when your bias is getting in the way.
So commit to being consciously inclusive. Respect differences. Be accountable and embrace possibilities. Imagine the impact you can have.
One person,
One gesture.
one moment at a time.
So this video is talking not only about people from different backgrounds, but also different situation, different circumstances, whatever different is, we should respect that and include that within our organization and our community. Now my question is,
The world
we need to be separated into breakout rooms, and I want each group to discuss together within, let's say, 2 minutes, what is the importance of having multiculturalism in workplaces. You can set 3 points each group. So DTM, can we have breakout rooms?
Christy?
Back again. Everybody is here.
I think that everyone is here. Yes.
Yes.
So now
Okay, then.
we want to see who are the leaders of the teams who can share their points of importance.
We have
I can start with
Kajetan.
my team. Yeah. So as usual, whenever I am put in a breakout room, I try to facilitate and get everyone's opinion by force. So in this case, I have some nice views of the team made up of, first of all, it was, who did speak first? Let me check. Arvind Babu gave us a good idea about how multicultural builds bond between the team in an organization. You learn and you celebrate different cultures. One day you'll celebrate Eid, the next day you'll celebrate Christmas. You learn about all this culture. When you go for a sales call, he says, depending upon who's the target, he might take a Kuwaiti along with him to close the deal. But if he's going somewhere else, he might take an Indian with him to close the deal. So this way, you can sort of understand the society around you and learn the styles, basically different styles. Arij had a very interesting this thing, how multiculturalism helps in an organization. Food. We get to enjoy different kinds of food. We can have lunch one day of fatoush, the next day with the salads of Lebanese food, Indian food, and you get to experience all of that. And Priscilla was talking about cultures that we learn from each other. We learn to, for example, certain countries like Asian countries and Middle Eastern countries, we have this thing about respect for our elders. So other cultures, they will learn from us and we'll learn something from them. So these are the three things that I could sort of, and my personal perspective was that because we have these cultures, we get a broader global view. Rather than like if we're in a country like India, when we hear about Pakistan, we would say, oh, Pakistan, that's an enemy. But here, when I say Pakistan, oh, my friend here is a Pakistani. So it's a different perspective. Yeah, so that's a summary.
Thank you. Thank you. Super. Group number one, and it's moved to the second group. And who is the leader there? Second group.
Who's the second group? I don't know.
Second group?
Okay, you can go ahead. You are the second group.
We will go. We were the team of myself, BB Prabhakar, Dinesh, and DTM Christie. So our leader is Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal. He will represent us.
Okay.
Let me open my video. Yeah, let me open my video first. My net is very slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you are always fast.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. As we discussed in the group regarding the multicultural, yes, a multicultural diverse workplace empowers the people to develop their talents and skills. A range of ideas and experience enables those to learn from a more diversely. If you are working in the same group, same nationality, there will be a limited scope. But when we work with the multinational people, we will get the multi-idea, multi-culture, what they do in their society. So I think these are the benefits. It gives a wide range scope of the multi things to learn from their culture.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dinesh and group. Thank you. That's true. And it's moved now to the last group, which is led by Toastmaster Najwa.
Yes, dear. Good evening to all. My group contains of Dr. Makhlouf, DTM Wafa, and myself, and your good self as a visitor. Okay, then here we have great ideas been shared, and Dr. Makhlouf mentioned that we learn new ideas and different ways of dealing with challenges. Other than that, he mentioned that we have different ways of leadership skills. Also, this is very important. Other than that, DTM Wafa mentioned also deeper knowledge. We get to know more about the other cultures. And what else? Social skills and communication skills, which is we are blessed in Toastmaster as well, not only in the workplace, to get to know more about most of the cultures around, and we are more respectful for that. Other than that, we mentioned different ways of leadership. We mentioned greater understanding of others' beliefs, which is also to be respected as well. It's very important, and I love the topic too much. Thank you so much, Titi and Fatma.
Thank you very much for the third group and all of you. Yes, you gave really some crucial points about the importance of multiculturalism at workplaces. All of them were really beneficial and true to the point. But here they are the top 4 things that we can, or that can be the most important points about having culturalism, multiculturalism at workplaces. The first thing is, as you have mentioned also, enhancing creativity. Imagine when you have people from different backgrounds, different nationalities, different ways of thinking. So imagine the way, the level of competition, everyone wants to show the best, creativity will come out, and here we have the best of it. Then, broader thinking, as we said, the way I look at a situation, depending on my own culture, will be different from someone else's point of view. A different way or a different opinion can a third person from a different background can have. So having these ideas and opinions, put them in one situation, focusing on one project, it will make us look at it from different point of views and making them broader. Then the third one is scalability. And when I say scalability, does anyone have an idea what do I mean here by that? Or how is that important in the workplace? Can you raise the hand? Or just unmute yourself? Yes, please. Yes.
Scalability means volume, Say, for example,
Okay.
sales, how much sales you can, how much capacity you can utilize, So scalability.
Exactly. Yes, in a way, this could be a definition for it. In general, it's how a workplace can cope with the increase of the workload. So this is the general meaning of it at workplaces. When we have people from different backgrounds and everyone wants to contribute and put his input, this is a load by itself. When the organization gives the opportunity for everyone and encourage everyone to participate and to make them feel acceptable at this place, this is the way how they cope with this load and how they can take that to a higher level of performance, because everyone will feel comfortable and everyone can participate and feel that his opinion is valued. And this is so important for the performance of the organization. And the fourth one, as Arish said, food experience. Now, when we share experiences, it means that we share, as many of you have said also, the celebration, the occasions, food. For me, though I was born in Kuwait and I lived most of my life here, I have never known about Grish, which is the celebration of Ramadan at the Eve. Once it's announced that tomorrow is Ramadan, people will gather and they celebrate that. I've never learned about that. But once I started working and saw people started celebrating that at workplaces, I get to know and understand and how much this value is so important to the community here, and how it's nice to learn about it and also enjoy celebrating it with the locals. Learning from them was so nice experience. And I know that even especially we got that as Najwa said also in Toastmasters, we learned for me about the Indian cultures. I learned a lot, and I celebrated a lot of things I have never heard before. I even tasted food that I have never known about before. So gathering with people from different diversities, from different backgrounds, will let you learn more about and experience more things. Beautiful things will be added to your own self. It will be like expanding your own culture to have many other cultures within you, which is so beautiful. And when it happens in the organization, it makes the platform of work more fun, really more fun, because we know that at the end of this hard work, we have this occasion to celebrate. It's not necessary to be my own occasion. Today is mine, tomorrow is my friends, the other day is the other department, and we will keep enjoying it the whole time. So if I want to learn how to fit in a multicultural workplace, remember my Tunisian friend? That friend came to Kuwait, and that was her first visit to any country, and she stayed in Kuwait for 7 or 8 years. But she got that problem when she reached here, the cultural shock, and she couldn't fit in the situation within it, within the society itself, or within people in from different places in the workplace. So what do you suggest? Can you suggest anything how we can fit and make it easy from your own experiences? Because we are all expats and we've been through that. We
Can I
were
come in?
those strangers. Sorry?
Can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
See, there is nothing called a straight line. A straight
Mhm.
line when you are ready to go. I mean, when you are going to a new place. So first thing is learning, adjusting, and continuing.
Mhm.
So you just can't say that my way or highway. You have to bend as per the, as just like you drive a car, you have to change the gear, but
Okay.
make your journey continue with smoothness by adjusting and respecting each other, and knowing that it is not your place. You'll have to live with everyone, accommodate you. So first is accommodate, learn, and then continue to live.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, DTM Murali. Tasmasa Arvind, I remember one day you told me about Ramadan and how you, when you experienced that with your colleagues or roommates, I think, when you just came to Kuwait. Can you share that experience with us again? And how you started fasting even with them?
True, true. Good. Your remembrance is all good.
Yes.
Well, I can say that when I started working in Kuwait, I found the people are fasting in Ramadan month. So my roommates, we used to come back at 4 o'clock from the work, so they started cooking. So I said, let us wait till they go. I mean, they get back from masjid, then we eat together. So it started for me the fasting. By the way, this year also I'm fasting, so I love that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, and this is how you got to know more about this tradition and this value of this holy month. Thank you very much. And I will ask DTM Wafa, you came to Kuwait, you were an adult when you reached Kuwait and starting living here. And also it's an Arab country, but still I think that there were differences. So how did you fit in in your workplace when you reached first time?
I thought that it's because of Arab countries, it's easy for me to fit. However, the way I got several shocks. It's not just a shock, and the language was the first shock. Like my students, I was teaching engineering diploma, and my students were telling me like "Sikkit birisha," and in Arabic, I don't understand. I'm Arabic, and I don't understand what does that mean. So I was like, I'm an alien in a place that I don't understand their language. And that was the first thing. However, I start to learn the language, and I start to learn even the culture, because the students are from different areas in Kuwait, and even different areas of Kuwait has got different cultures.
Sure.
So one of the classes, I teach them how to do etiquette in entering the class or leaving the class. I adapt and I make them adapt to my style as well. So it's a mutual. It's not one way. But it took time, and now I'm better.
Great. Yes, I think after all these years, yes, you are you must be better. So, as you all, those who have participated and shared experiences, all of you agreed on learning, and you decided to open your mind. So if that friend, the Tunisian friend, has opened her mind out of beginning and tried just to ask me or just to smile, then ask later anyone else about the meaning of that expression, we would have like avoided that situation. So be open-minded means that you accept the traditions or the values of this place, because what's acceptable for you may not be acceptable for other people, or what you see like as a taboo is something normal and easy for other people. So it's about just open your mind and accept, of course respect, because the way you deal with others, people will deal with you. Second thing also you agreed on, and that friend was supposed to do, since she's coming to a very different country for her, was to make research for the environment. You all said that you tried to learn about the environment around you. That's what was she supposed to do. For her, she found it difficult to deal with locals because of the accent and the language. It was also difficult for other people to deal with other people. Most importantly, it was difficult even for us to understand her. So research the environment. She knows that she's coming to Kuwait. She must know that Kuwait is not only Kuwaiti people. She will meet other people, and workplaces have people from different parts of the world. She should have prepared herself by research the environment, what's acceptable, what's not, what should be taken in good intention, what should be avoided. That was supposed to be her job. And to avoid stereotyping. So can someone just, whoever wants to participate, can you just unmute yourself and tell us what do I mean by avoid stereotyping? Can you give an example? If you've been in that situation, you were stereotyped before.
Stereotype, we are doing it on a daily basis, actually. Like women, they don't know how to drive, or he's an Asian, or he's an Indian, or he's for example, Indians are great in math and accounting. So we will tell them, definitely you are smart, you are an Indian. So that's stereotyping as well, though it's positive, but it is stereotyping. So we are dealing with it on a daily basis. And that's a big thing.
Have you ever been in that situation that you yourself been stereotyped?
Absolutely. And some people will tell me, like, are you sure you are Lebanese? Like, okay, so what? Because Lebanese do shisha and have fun and drinks, and they dress in a different way, not conservative. I said, not all Lebanese are like that. So that, yes, they are. I've been stereotyped for different things.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much, Diti and Wafa. And yes, just because people dress in a certain way or speak in a certain way or behave in a certain way, that doesn't give us the right to judge and to treat people according just to what we know. Like even for us, we say that, as Wafa said, that Indians are really good in math and IT, and they are specialists in that. Of course, they have. Or if someone of them has a problem with that, you're not Indian. Or as she said, because in the Arab world, Lebanon is known for all what she said. But yes, not everyone. Yani, and Wafa, you are not Lebanese. Yes.
I 100% agree with Wafa.
And you are also Irish.
I feel
Wafa is a Lebanese? I thought she's an Indian.
I am from everywhere, don't worry.
Arish, yes. Arish, tell me, Arish, have you been stereotyped?
Yeah, many times. And you, one of the people, like when we went to Bahrain for Shisha, I told you I don't have, come on, how come Lebanese is not, you're from Lebanon and you don't have Shisha? Come on. So it happens, like so many things, not only for Shisha, for lots of things actually, even smoking a cigarette. Come on, I never had it in my life. People won't believe that, how come? I never had it. So yeah.
Now I'm talking about it, and now I'm accused. Sorry, Arish.
No. Can I come in?
No, but it was fun.
Yes.
Arish, are you at your home and your mother is listening to you?
No, Mama is not next to me, but I am in my home, of course.
Okay.
My mom, she what they call it? She drinks shisha, عادي. But I don't. I never.
Your mom is Lebanese. You are not.
My mom 100% Lebanese.
Actually, I also had a wrong notion. I used to see in Malia and all those places in near Murgab, I see people with shisha. Then I used to blindly think every Arab, in general, they drink shisha because they see WWF and shisha. So I think they are the people. Then later on, when I started meeting people, then I realized these are one small group of people only. Not everybody is like this. So that stereotypism has been there initially, but when you continue to know people, then you realize that you are wrong.
That's true. Yes, thank you, DTM Murali. And here, the fourth thing is ask questions. What you don't understand, what you don't know, when you feel offended, when you feel that you need explanation, just ask questions. Because sometimes I may say something, but I feel that it's normal. The other person will feel that it's no, it hurts. So please, at least make it a point that don't repeat it. I don't like that comment. Whatever it is, just make a notice or ask questions. What do you mean about that? It will help both sides. So imagine if that was among group and everyone is holding grudge to the other one because just of misunderstanding. Ask question, it will clarify things. So all of these things you have actually spoken about that in your within through your experiences, and above all, because that's what DTM Morley and DTM Mofat said. They said it took time from them and they were patient. So patience was required. My friend was supposed to do all of that instead of having struggles, having issues, making some arguments here and there. Yes, her first year was tough till we started understanding her and she understood us. But at the end, she became one of our best friends, and now we wish her all the best. But these are the procedures for whoever wants to be fit or to fit in a multicultural environment, whether it's at workplace, your neighborhood, wherever it is. So to conclude, I think multiculturalism is something really amazing, super beautiful. Because I live that within my family, I will see how that make our family rich with values, with opinions, with even occasions, dresses, colors. It's beautiful, something colorful. Once it's understood and accepted, it is going to enhance your life and take it to another level. When that happens to an organization, it will take the performance of the organization to a very higher level. So let's have both sides. How multiculturalism, when it works for you, how will that benefit your organization? So the first point to conclude with is broaden your worldview. And when you have that broader thinking, it means that you will have a unique input to add to your projects, to your managers, to whatever is discussed at your workplace. Second is to learn more about yourself, because you will be asked questions. And many times we think that because we belong to that culture, we do that thing by default. But when we are asked truly about it, what does that mean? Why do you do that? I'm going and search and ask and learn more about myself. And that will make me acquire knowledge and add knowledge, because I know I want to learn also about other people. So my input here is also going to be in a different style and way. When I develop a greater self-confidence, I trust my ideas. I trust the way I look at situations. I design my projects, and that will increase innovation, creativity. Because once I trust myself, once I have that self or strong belief in myself, it will just make miracles and make me just creative, innovative, coming with strange ideas, but that works for that organization and will be something great to accept at that organization. The organization will see that the performance, the projects will be executed in a marvelous way. They will require more people from different backgrounds. So this is the conclusion of that. Multiculturalism is something really needed in our organizations. It's a benefit for sure, but everyone should work hard to make himself fit in that place, to make himself acceptable at that place, and to respect and accept the other points of view. By that, I end my session, and it's time for question and answer if you have any.
Fatma, I have something to add, not a question or answer, but maybe it's a question if this can be type of what you call it, stereotype or something.
Go ahead, Arish.
Okay, I remember once in one company I was working on a project, and one guy, without mentioning name, anyway, you don't know him, but he was sitting to me and we were discussing something, and then I figured out the answer. So what he did was so offending to me, because I was shocked. He suddenly hit me on my leg and saying, "Yes, good girl." And then I was like, I looked at him and he said, "What? You are Lebanese, so this is normal." I was shocked because not because I am from Lebanon, that means you are allowed to do such a thing and to hit me or anything. So I believe that some people should show respect, even if you believe that this is normal, but different people will not accept it. So
You know, Arij, respect is the key word here. If we respect each other just for whoever I am, whatever beliefs that I have in my mind, in the way I treat and the lifestyle that I follow, it doesn't matter where I come from. Just respect me, because and after that we can decide if we can go further or not. But respect my decisions, and yes, set the limits. You, though you have set the limits before, but that other person, because of that stereotyping
exactly,
in his mind, yes, he went
exactly.
beyond what's supposed
I
to
believe
happen.
after that, the
So
way I looked at him, he would never do that again. He was
maybe to
so
any
scared.
other lady.
Anyone.
He deserved that.
Hassan.
So, any other comment? Any other question?
I have one comment. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Yes, as far as multiculturalism in workplace is concerned, yeah, as employees, we all have a responsibility to respect the multiculturalism, and we have to be respect the sensitivity. We have to be understand the sensitivities of each of the culture and be careful while dealing with people. At the same time, not only it should be the responsibility of the employees, but it should be also the employees. I mean, it should be the responsibility of the management also. They should educate the employees that yes, we are a multicultural organization. Everyone has got the responsibility to respect each of these cultures and move in a coordinated way. Okay, so it should be two-way. It's not just a responsibility of the employees alone. Even the managements have a great responsibility. They should respect all the cultures. From management side also, I'm talking. So they should
That's
not
true.
have any bias towards any culture. They should have a fairness in their dealings. So in that way, management also can contribute to the multiculturalism. That's my comment. Thank you.
That's sure. That's sure. And at the beginning, when we defined multiculturalism in workplaces, we said that it's a large system in any organization that encourages people, which means that it's their responsibility to set that comfortable platform for everyone to be part of that group. Yes, that's true. I agree with you. Thank you very much. Ditya Murli?
Yes, like what DTM Prabhakar said, actually every organization in their induction ceremony, they should undergo this training. They should have a workshop for all the new entries, telling them about the company's principle or the vision mission and about the ethnicity of the various cultural people working there. And they should organize and put that into action for the members. Otherwise, how anybody will know? For example, I was working in a bank in Kuwait for almost 7 years. And when I joined that company, that bank, I thought it was a Kuwaiti bank. But then I happened to interact with Sri Lankan, Bangladeshis, Lebanese, Filipinos, and everything. And it is the mandatory of the HR team to train these people in recruits and tell them that you are working in a multicultural thing, and thereby, like DTM Prabhakar said, they should also know how to respect the other people they are taking in. Initially, I was put in an Indian department. It's called non-resident Indian team. But after 3 months, they found that I can get along with all the people, and I was put into the main team of people. It was a very big core team. But the thing is, unless an organization takes that as their policy, they should not recruit people from different culture and create a problem for everyone. So in their induction ceremony, that should be the thing. And I know the consequences if a person happens to break that, or it's a big thing, especially in Kuwait, because Kuwait, I understand, has got more than 150 plus country men working in any organization, I mean, in Kuwait. So this
Yes.
is the rule of the management also. That's what I would like to say.
Yeah, thank you, Ditya Murli. I guess what you say that is happening in the more international the company is, the more this what you say the training and the orientation is happening. But actually, when it comes to the government sector, that where I work, they believe that you are coming to our place, it's your job to learn about it. Unfortunately, this is how it works. But when, yes, as you said, when it's private and when it's more international company, yes, this is happening more there, and it's supposed to happen in any sector because multiculturalism is everywhere. So it's also my job, yes, to go and to try to learn how to fit, but it's if you are as a management want to get benefit of that different backgrounds of people you have in your place, you should also let them, help them, take care of them to get the maximum benefit from them. I think we have exceeded the time. Thank you all for your attendance, for participation. You made it really enjoyable. Thank you very much. And I return the control to DTM Wafa.
Thank you, Dr. DTM Fatma. I don't know why doctor comes to my mind now.
I'll become doctor one day, who knows?
Let's give her a big round of applause, virtual applause. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. And you remind me, last week I was giving that course to Al Ghanem Industry. And the course was about diversity because, you know, Al Ghanem, one of the big diversity company. And their supervisor and manager, they want to learn how to deal with different people. And they were saying, that person is Indian, that person is Egyptian, that person is, they were saying it in the classroom. So they went out with a lesson learned, and they created some ways to deal with others. So diversity is crucial in organization because that's how the organization image will appear. So thank you very much for that. Let's hear, before hearing, I put in the chat the form to fill it for DTM Fatma. This form, when it is filled, it will be sent to her email. So whatever you want to tell her, and she will be the only person who will get this information. I start filling it, I did not finish, and I will finish. Let me give you 2 minutes to finish it, and then we will take the guest comment. Super. Now let's hear from the guest about this meeting. Before we adjourn the meeting, we'll start with our area director, Prezella.
Thank you, President DTM Wafa. It was wonderful. The workshop was very nicely done, and I think TTM Fatma Abdullah has a vast knowledge on this topic, and choosing this topic and discussing it, especially because it's a topic which is not very often discussed or addressed, and bringing this to light over here and getting our opinion on it was very nicely done. So thank you very much to DTM Fatima Abdullah, and I'm glad I attended because I got to learn a lot from this workshop. Thank you so much.
So that's good, because you came to for the planning, but you end up with diversity, and you did not regret it.
Right.
Super.
Thank you.
Prabhakar, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I was back to my days of Australian College of Kuwait, wherein we had this workshop, okay, on this Train the Trainer program. And thank you very much, DTM Fatma Abdullah. It was a very nice workshop. And especially the topic was very relevant for most of us, not only for those who are in workplaces, but also for those even who are living in the abroad, because they have to face people from multicultural. And this workshop had all the elements, like starting all the elements of an effective training, like icebreakers, the contents, and then video presentation, breakout rooms and discussions, okay, and participants' feedback. Everything was present. Okay, all the essential elements of an effective training were present. So thank you very much. That's what I would like to say. I have given my comments in the feedback form also. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhakar. And next meeting, you will apply and you will join our club as trainer. I'm happy that you will be with us.
Sure.
Now we listen from Dinesh.
Thank you, DTM Baba Salman, for giving me this opportunity to share a few words. See, I am working in the multicultural since 1982, because in India there are the many cultural, even you cannot understand the language, all other. So, but today I realize it can be presented in the workshop also, because since I came after India, they came to Kuwait. Yeah, also I work with the multicultural people, British people, Arabic people, like you tell everybody calling, I think, Lebanese. So all of them, there's many nationality people, we work together and we learn something. But today I learned something additional that can be presented at the workshop on that. Thank you for that, DTM Fatma Abdullah. And thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dinesh, and good to have you. And my friend Morali, again, we have now several people who did the trainer at Australian College of Kuwait this time, and Morali is one of them. Give me your opinion.
I'm angry with you, Wafa. Yeah, why did you ask Prabhakar and Dinesh to speak before me? They have given all the points which I wanted to give.
Okay, you know, we have saying in Arabic, the best is for the last.
Wow. I really loved the show. It was a very good one. Yes, I was reminded about our Australian College of Kuwait. This is something which we value that. As Dinesh said, India is a subcontinent with a lot of cultures and tradition. You move 100 kilometers, you are into a new area, new territory, new culture, new everything is new. So having been in working since 1983, this has been the trend. But been in Kuwait since 1993, that is after 10 years of my working in India, I came to Kuwait in 93. I could see a sea of change. And as I had mentioned in the group chat, today a person cannot live without working in a multicultural organization. Anybody, even if you are a maid, you have to work in a different culture. So every post, even you be a CEO of a company or a Farash and whatever it is, you cannot get along if you cannot get along with your Farash in your company. Like I know for sure they also are human being. If you treat people as a human being, irrespective of position. I know a person who came to Kuwait as a typist. Today he is the CEO of a big company. He is the CEO of a company called Al Rashid Group. He came as a typist, and today more than few thousands of people are working under him, including many local people. So everybody knows that today you have to live on a multicultural thing. I would like to sincerely give my thanks to DTM Fatima Abdullah, one of my very good friends, and she really took up a good topic, work culture. Believe me, Fatima, but for the topic, I would not be here. Myself and Prabhakar, we have been in another meeting. We completed that and we joined here just for the topic, because this topic
Thank
is
you very much. Thank
something
you.
you learn every day. Yes, thank you, Fatima. You are special to me. And the topic is very unique. When it is under the helm of affairs of our Royal Highness, Wafa Salman the Great, we learn a lot. Learning is continuous. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Morali. And with having said that, and I enjoyed the session as well, and I'm happy to see guests entering. We have several guests today, and the feedback, Fatma, I hope the feedback will make the session better and better. However, I enjoyed the performance. And now, by saying that, we are ready to adjourn the meeting. We are meeting once a month. So our next meeting will be our VP Education. When is our next meeting? It will be the third Sunday, which is 16 May.
16th.
So in 16 May, we will have a meeting. We will have our advertisement, and you will see two sessions. The planning could be one of them, and we will have another session. And looking forward to see you in our next meeting. And we'll see Prabhakar, a new member in our club. Is there any comment before I adjourn the meeting?
See you all on 16th. That's all I can say.
What would be the format of training? Okay. Is there any
Yes, so
fixed format of
so
training?
basically